Hey, how's it going? My name is Jackie Fish and welcome back to Field of Glory's Empires. This is the grand strategy game that lets you go ahead and take control of the ancient world. I did a video on this. If you want to go check it out, I'll leave it in the end of the video or in the description, so there's two easy ways. And that's kind of where I really describe a lot of what's happening in the game. If you're kind of maybe new and you don't have a clue what's going on, then I recommend that video because it's kind of an easy kind of intermediate way into the game, because this game is, you know, kind of somewhat complicated here and there. I think if you just play it though, you get the handle of it very quickly, but you can already see the huge scale of it. Obviously you have the huge, you know, Indian invasion, you have the kingdoms of Alexander, you have Rome, Carthage, and all the other glorious empires. So we are about 23 turns into this campaign, and I wanted to show you guys maybe a little bit further on in the campaign rather than kind of just the start of a campaign every single time. I wanted to show you guys maybe a little bit more as you get into the game, what kind of evolves, what happens, and maybe a few more bigger battles as well. So if you guys are enjoying Field of Glory, be sure to go ahead and drop a like and a comment down below. Hopefully we'll get a good battle today as well, and I'll make sure to maybe commentate it a bit better because I feel like last time it was a little bit ropey. So let's start off by taking a look at a few of our kind of notifications, I guess, that we have on this right hand side. So we have some buildings being done, we've got brickworks and you know, other really important stuff which would hopefully help out with our infrastructure. We have a region being added to our empire. We took this from rebels last term, which was very nice. We lost for support. That's not good. Yeah, we're paranoid, which isn't good, and we've got average party support, which, yeah, hopefully won't cause too many issues, but, yeah, we'll obviously have to keep on going from that. And then we have also formed a new province as well, so this is a really interesting mechanic in the game, and I think a lot of other games should definitely try and incorporate this as they go further forward, is kind of the expansion of your empire. So obviously you have these individual kind of cities right here, you can click on any of them, and they're all different. However, when you kind of take enough in a region, you can go ahead and form what is called a province, and that will basically allow you to micromanage these large parts of areas a lot more efficiently. And I really like this feature. You go ahead and kind of gives you still kind of a good feel. You can still click on provinces, and if you really want to min-max them, you can. But you can basically just go ahead and kind of do all the micromanagement from this screen right here, as well as just kind of giving the AI more control over it. So for example, if you wanted the AI to focus all the population on producing you culture, you can go ahead and select that, and then the AI will go ahead and focus more people, as much as they can kind of spare from certain stuff, on producing you culture. And it's the same with buildings. Maybe you really want certain regions just to produce you military. You want this region of Italia Superiora to be just straight up military focused. You can do that, which is kind of cool. It'd be nice if you could maybe focus on like multiple of these, which would be kind of cool. But still, you know, it's a nice little feature that you have that you can really go. And you obviously have this other feature as well, which goes ahead and gives you the ability just to make it so that kind of it's like a widespread, it's balanced throughout your empire, sees what you need, and it goes ahead and focuses it, which is kind of cool, which is something I quite like. You can also see up here as well the unique unit you get from this province. Every province in the game has its own thing, a special unit. Are they actually the same unit? I guess you do get the same unit from this. That's kind of a shame. But either way, it's kind of, you get a really good kind of view of the battle. So for this episode, I think what we need to do is obviously we need to kill the Samani, however you pronounce that. We need to kill these guys. We need to lift this little rebellion we're having over in Italy. And then I guess we head north and try and conquer some barbarian tribes. I think that would be yeah. Obviously we could also go down south as well. I mean, we have 2 legions, so we can definitely kind of spread out if we need to. We've also obviously formed an alliance with Syracuse as well, obviously trying to prevent the Carthaginian power from really dominating, and we'll try and secure an alliance with Massalia as well, because if I can use them to maybe help me in the wars in the Po Valley, that'd be very useful indeed. I don't think we have any other major decisions to do. Gather some food. We could spend a little bit of money, honestly, and that will increase our output, and also give me some loyalty. I know we'll lose loyalty. We cannot do that. Yeah, we need all the loyalty we can get, because as you can see in Rome, it's not looking too good. And we could steal some light ships. This would be nice, honestly, because if we stole ships, then we could actually maybe start to think about, you know, challenging for Syracuse, taking the Carthaginian land. But I'm not going to. I'm going to spend my money this turn on building military units. Yeah, we're losing support, which isn't great. So let's go ahead and build some more troops in Rome. So yeah, you guys go ahead and lift that. I guess you guys move in. It's going to be a hard fight. I think you guys just need to sit stationary for now and see what this army does, because their effectiveness, they've obviously already been fighting battles. Their effectiveness is kind of low, so I need that to kind of just, yeah, these guys need a rest for sure. So let's go and build some troops, and the nice thing is that the recruitment is now done from the province, so I kind of pull all my resources from all of these together, allowing me just to mass produce hundreds of legionaries. This is what Rome is all about. So that's why it's like, if you have a really good equipment producing and metal producing region, you can pump out some serious armies and just see them all rise. So let's recruit 4 units of our normal legionary. I might get some of the weaker ones as well, just to fill out, and then some more. I mean, this is basically like another legion, right? We're just arising from the dust. Oh, also, if you can hear that music as well, I've obviously got the Rome Total War music on. It's a cool mod that I found that allows you to do that. So I think that's everything. Let's go ahead and just end the turn. We'll obviously get some pretty easy battles. They're actually running away from me, which is kind of funny. Oh yeah, there was a Syracusan stack as well down in the south. For some reason, I can fight as them, which... Oh, I can't, sorry, because I'm not involved. That's interesting. Oh, what the... How the hell did they just take my land? Sorry, what? The Italians just came in at the, like... Oh, wow, well, we're going to have to do something about that ASAP, really. You can also see as well, this is kind of the culture rating. This is kind of how you win the game. It's how you improve your government, and kind of, you know, the legacy rating is kind of how you win the game. You can see we're 12th at the moment, which isn't great, but don't worry. I'm sure we'll conquer. Normally the Greeks are kind of up there because they have all the wonders and stuff, but don't you worry. I mean, there's also a lot of these kind of like nomadic tribes, as well as, you know, the Spanish and Gallic, so that's kind of cool. But yeah, for the most part, we're 20th on culture, which is nice. I think we have a 20% chance of getting a progression token, which is how we improve our government. If you're in the bottom half of it, so if you're down in the 50ths, you actually start regressing, and you kind of get a worse government, which is kind of funny. And because the Seleucids are so goddamn big, even though they're like first in legacy, their government is just crumbling because there's so much corruption everywhere. So the peace treaty between me and the Etruscans is over, which is fine. We can go and conquer them at some point. I really need to deal with this, though, at the moment. I mean, can you guys just sally out? Can I just push out of this? I think that's how I do it, right? It's just assault. And they should just go and kill me. Oh my god, there's so many of these guys. They're just awful. What do we want to do? Under the effector lead progress. Oh, nice. We've got another progression token. That's awesome. So I think we just need, what, 2 more, right? Yeah, 2 more, and then we go up a government, which gives its own kind of wealth of buffs. We've lifted the siege. I really desperately want to take this land and I guess push south. So I think what I might do is I might just make like a death stack. Also, why did this not produce the rest of the units? It said it was going to. It says they were going to be done. Why weren't they not done this turn? Was it because they were coming from this region? Maybe. That's actually a good point. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. So they were coming from this region, but because it went under siege, my equipment didn't get used. That's interesting. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to send you guys down here to go and conquer that. You guys head up north and lift the siege there. And I guess you guys can also head south as well. No, because I want to be careful with these guys. Yeah, so let's do that. Anything else we've got to do? New population down here in the south, which is nice. We could obviously build some buildings down here, but our infrastructure is really bad down here, and our food. Why is this? Oh, because the loyalty is so bad? Is it because we just conquered it? Probably. Yeah, we're probably going to have some rebellions down here because we're losing territory because of this. So we're going to need to be a little bit careful. Our loyalty, for the most part, is okay. Could be a lot better. At least we built palisades here, so it's a little bit more defensible. So we've got siege there. The Italians, I've taken that somehow. They've got another target. So we've got some good war targets up here, which will impress the Senate. So that's good. We're actually now weak now because we just lost some land. That's not good. Our party, yeah, it could be on the verge of civil war soon. People trying to kick us out of power, which would not be good. Yeah, so we're going to have to go down there very soon and do something about that. But yeah, our infrastructure is not good. Also, because our loyalty is just so ruined. But I think that's mainly because we just had it conquered. Yeah, just conquered. As soon as that goes away in 2 turns, we should be good to move on. This is actually not a bad region. This is a very, very fruitful city, which can just pump out pops really quickly. That's very nice. And it also produces a fair amount of infrastructure as well. I guess we'll just keep on going for... I mean, we have so many food buildings here. Is that a bit overkill? Should I focus on something else? Maybe try to make some money from this region? Because, oh my god, yeah, we just lost a lot of money last turn. Holy crap, yeah, I guess it's because it's producing a lot of men. I didn't really see that. Okay, maybe we do need to cut down a little bit. Oh, that's why they didn't recruit. It's because we didn't have any money. Okay, cool. That was just me being a bit stupid, I guess. So our armies are moving. We're going to go and take this with our main stack and then probably reinforce. What would be really nice is if you could, like... Maybe something like... So if we go boom, boom, boom. Yeah, so we go back and then we go there and then there. That should be enough, right? I think. Either way, let's go ahead and then return. I think that's set up correctly. As well as I offered Massalia a pack last turn. Oh crap, so they actually sallied out. We might actually lose this, but we should very quickly take it back. I'm not going to bother exporting it. We could view the battle, I guess we will. Yeah, I don't think it's going to go too well for us. They have a lot more soldiers. I guess the siege affected us quite unfairly. So these are the auto-resolves you can do in the battle. Basically just like, think about it like in Imperator Rome when you fight a battle. This is kind of like what's just happening behind the scenes. So it's a nice way to show it, but you can obviously also fight them in real time as well. Or in turn-based combat as well. We actually surprisingly did good. Hopefully we don't get slaughtered. Yeah, we got slaughtered. We're going to lose this region. So you kind of joined me on a pretty nasty part, but I mean, we'll just skip that. But our army should come in and clear it. Yeah, luckily as well. So that's actually really nice. The fact that they don't actually take your land until the end of the turn. So if you've got armies coming in, they don't actually take the settlement. So they should be able just to secure that, which is exactly what they have done. Oh, and the Italians have a pretty big army here. Yeah, they have a fairly nice army. Maybe we should fight this. Oh, I just skipped it. I was going to say, maybe we should fight this battle because they have some cool heavy infantry and other skirmishes, but I skipped it nonetheless. But at least we managed to secure that southern province again, which would definitely help out stuff in the region. It's just annoying because now we're going to have to reconquer everything. So we'll give our army probably like a turn's rest. Our culture rating is going down as well because we're taking more land. People are a lot less happy with us. And we need to focus more people on culture, basically. So Massalia and Rome have agreed to a cooperation. Nice. So we're now better friends with Massalia. Our friendship should tick up over time, which is very good. And it seems like they're being kind of successful in Gaul at the moment. We could also look to form an alliance, but there wouldn't be a very good chance of that happening. What else do we have? So our wax workshop has been built over in Italy, which is good. Out of interest, I doubt it does, right? I was going to say, I doubt it does take... I think it still does the infrastructure of each region. We honestly need to change this as well. Why do we have so many people? So we can... Something like that. We also need to kind of boost the public order as well. Luckily, the public order is... yeah, once the unrest goes away, we should be okay in Rome now. That should give us decent loyalty and we should be able to move on. We just need infrastructure, man. Wow. Yeah, we really need infrastructure. We can give up another person there. I wonder, I guess we just have a lot of high-tech buildings that don't give us enough infrastructure. Do we have any... I guess maybe building something like a clay pit wouldn't be bad. Yeah, we just have a lot of buildings that I guess are sucking in our infrastructure. Maybe we need to build a clay pit in Rome. Because we just can't afford, like... I guess we don't have... I guess we do have a lot of people on... I guess we could do something like that. And then we don't have to worry so much about building infrastructure buildings. But eventually I'm going to need more people on culture, right? It's going to be a thing. Like, we've got a lot of people. Oh my god, we're making 71 infrastructure in this region. That is wild. Do we make more? No, it just doesn't make sense to make more. Let's try and maybe make something else. Maybe a little bit more cash, because as I said, we are a little bit cash starved right now because of our army. You can probably see, our military upkeep is kind of making us, a lot less cash. So our archery thing has been built here. Does that allow us to build some bowmen here? Or is it just skirmish? It's probably just velites, right? Yeah, that would make sense. So let's go ahead and build, maybe see what else we can build here. Again, this is kind of like a nice military building, but also maybe building a bit more culture here would also be good. Like a fortune teller, which gives me money. A furnace is also pretty good because it gives me a lot of metal. And we also have coal from this region as well. And we can import the rest of the stuff. Yeah, we can import metal as well. So maybe building a furnace here wouldn't be bad as well. We also have an anchorage there, so that's pretty good. This is kind of making more of my money, but also probably building a farm here is probably a smart move. So let's build a farm there. Over here, we don't really have any infrastructure whatsoever. Rome is finally producing us some infrastructure. You've just built. We've got like no infrastructure down here, but we're waiting for this just conquered to go away, and then we should be good there. We've still got a bunch of building slots down here as well, so we don't have to worry too much. Maybe a bit more health as well. Health is actually really good. I've totally forgotten what health does. It definitely reduces the plague risk, and I think it reduces the amount of food you need for your pops to grow. I think that's how it works. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, let's actually get that. 2 health for 2 infrastructure, or 8 health for 2 infrastructure is actually really good. So what we're going to do, we've conquered this now. I'm going to let this army rest for a turn, because its effectiveness is down on a few of these units. I'm going to let this army rest for a turn, meet up with the rest of this force here, just to go and really reinforce these veteran legionaries I have. This army can just, again, completely rest now. Just go and sit in Rome, why not? Do I actually have any really unhappy regions? No, all my regions are fairly loyal up here in the northern Italy, which is good. So we can do that. Do we build this clay pit? I don't think we need to, honestly. I think we can focus on other stuff if we really wanted to. Like I mean, Rome already produces a ton of that. Now, we just need money now. We get a good bonus as well. So one of the nice things about the building system in this game is that a lot of things kind of merge together. And the trade is kind of all going on in the background, which is kind of cool. See, it's not something you really have to worry about. But for example, if I was to build this Gorn shop, you can see on the second part, so estimate changes is kind of what it gives you. And then underneath that, if you have food, you get extra stuff. So because we have a bonus of fish and salt in this region, which is being traded in or whatever, we get an extra bit of money as well. So I think this will be definitely something very good to do. And honestly, what we could do if we wanted to is try and boost ourselves a little bit more cash there, but I think they're slaves. Slaves are only really good at these top 2, whereas citizens kind of benefit down on these bottom kind of culture ones, and we do desperately need some stuff down here. So we'll just ignore that for now. It's fine. We'll make some money elsewhere. I mean, realistically, we could push some citizens down here and make a bunch more money. We don't really need the infrastructure. I mean, realistically, I should probably be doing this because we don't necessarily need as much infrastructure as this region is producing me, because it is quite a lot, right now. And we got, another 50 gold from just rearranging that, which is kind of nice. This region, I guess, is going to be my main money maker for the most part. Yeah, let's make a bit more infrastructure up here. I guess obviously they were just under siege, so they're a little bit in a mess. And money-wise, we're okay. We're growing a little bit up here. Okay, cool. Let's see what other things we had. So in archery got done. New population down here in the south, which is good. Yeah, that's really good. We're actually producing some nice stuff here. I guess we just want more people here, because this is kind of a small region right now, with no point getting a blacksmith up here. So more infrastructure wouldn't be bad, or we just go for like food and health. Smokehouse seems like it's pretty decent. It's going to take us 4 turns to get done, but it gives us food and health, so that seems pretty decent. 1 slave. So because we won this battle here, this place got a slave, which is nice. So you get slaves from battles, and they kind of just go to the nearest region. You need to rest. That's fine. We liberated some land and took that. Okay. So our next goal is obviously to take out this bit of land right here and kind of unify Italy. So taking both of these regions is going to be very important for us. Any diplomacy we need to do? I think we are also at war with these guys in the north, something I maybe neglected a little bit. I think we're actually okay for now. I think we're okay. We could also move in and just take this region, but I really don't want. I don't want to exhaust this army when we have enemies at the gate almost. I mean, let's just take a quick look. What do they have as a garrison? Oh, their defensibility is awful. Let's just move in then and just siege them. Yeah, let's just move in and siege them. You guys can hopefully get down here in time and meet up with Legio 1. Man, any game is just so much better with the Rome Total War soundtrack. It really is. So we've engaged them. It should be a battle we don't really have to fight. Yeah, we cut them down. We did lose some cavalry, though. And this army is kind of lacking a bit of cavalry, if I'm honest. But we've taken that bottom region now, which will just help secure this and, prevent any rebels spawning up and just causing me issues where I just don't need them. We're sitting quite kind of firmly right here. I think we do have a chance of getting a progression token every time, right? Because it's like in thirds. The top third, how many factions are we? I guess we can look. Yeah, we should, right? Yeah, we should. We're in the top third, just. The top third has a chance of improving. And we progress through the tier. Is it that? No, we're very weak. Oh my god. It says we keep on progressing. Is it legacy or what? What do we keep progressing on? Because we're not getting any more progression tokens. And our decadence is now kind of going to start hurting us a little bit. Is it legacy? So so it's legacy maybe? I'm not too sure what that means actually, because we're not getting any more progression tokens, even though we have a 30% chance of having it every single turn. Our government isn't improving. We really need to take some land soon, because our power in the Senate is just awful. It really is. We're very weak now. I'm not sure what effect that has. I imagine it's not good, but I imagine loyalty is going to be really bad. Just because of the power that we have is diminishing. Okay, so this army has now been successful. Let's go ahead and merge these guys with the main legion. I mean, I guess we want to head north. We honestly need to start conquering this territory for sure. Oh no, we want to take these guys out. Yeah, we want to take these guys out now. Is everyone okay to fight? I think they are, right? We definitely lack cavalry, but let's move in and fight these guys, I think, for now. Does this army need any more men? We're making good cash now. We're making really good money now. This could definitely do with more cavalry and skirmishers. Skirmishers are definitely underrated in this game. So maybe let's just pick up a couple units of them. 2 units each. I think they're kind of cheap as well, so it's not like we're going to be losing a lot of money. And then for the most part, we can see we have a building slot open here in Rome? As I said, we kind of... No, this isn't Rome, sorry. This is Etruria. Yeah, I guess we'll just leave it for now. Let the stuff build up a little bit. Probably not a bad idea. And then down here in the south as well, we can go to the province. There's a lot of open positions right now. And the nice thing is as well, you can just hover over these positions and you can see what you have. So if you don't have a lot of infrastructure, which we don't in any of these regions, you can just see on the right-hand side, which is actually really, really nice. So let's go and end the turn. Hopefully this will give us a battle. I mean, it's probably an overwhelming victory that we'll have, but it'll still be fun to fight a battle. Oh, Syracuse are engaging the Carthaginian fleet and smashing them right now. The Carthaginian fleet is looking very small. And yeah, Syracuse is winning. I wonder where the Carthaginian fleet is. You can do it. Just smash them right away. Absolutely demolish them. Yeah, Syracuse. I mean, obviously, I just wanted to see what the naval stuff was like. So do they just have light warships mainly? I wonder where the Carthaginian fleet is, because let me tell you, the Carthaginian fleet is thick. Like, seriously thick. So our army didn't quite arrive, and we're almost nice. So we finally got a progression token. So we're now up to 4. We need 1 more, or we need 2 more, I think, to fully go up from like I think it's a stable republic to a glorious republic. And it gives us some really good bonuses. We got some new, receive extra troops in your capital for the cost of legacy points. So legacy points are obviously how you win. Oh, this is, okay, so we lose, so basically, you can only do this if you're severely outmatched by your opponent. You can basically declare a dictator, and you'll get a ton of troops in your capital, basically as like a last-ditch effort. You lose a bunch of legacy points, which is kind of how you win the game, so you don't really want to do that, unless you obviously have to. Raise loyalty and reduce unrest with religious buildings. Yes, please? So what we can do, God's a religious ceremony. We can add a feast to the calendar, which will be pretty decent. It'll give us 5 loyalty for 12 turns, but also reduce our tax income. We could spend a little bit of money to give us some bonuses, or we could just get... why are these so cheap? Religious man, elevate. So we can make like a sacred decree to basically have like people moving around. Maybe it's just really cheap because we don't have a lot of these buildings. It kind of seems kind of crazy. Let's just do this one. It'll give us 5 loyalty everywhere and just reduce our tax a bit. But the loyalty is kind of much needed, especially down in like regions like this. Also, holy crap, this city is producing, or at least, where was it? It was one of these producing a lot of infrastructure. I mean, either way, we can just keep on pumping out these buildings. You just be kind of careful, because eventually you will end up running out of building slots until the city does improve. So that is something to keep in mind. Maybe we do produce a stable down here because we already have a handful of, military buildings. Maybe we just go really hard on the infrastructure. This is also good because it gives you infrastructure and money. Maybe I'm just neglecting culture too much as well. I kind of feel like I am neglecting quite a lot of culture. But for now, we'll just put a charcoal pit there for sure. But again, I feel like that's kind of overkill. Yeah, let's build some culture down here because we do kind of need it. And then anywhere else, a gambling ring is pretty good for money, and it does decadence does increase though, which is not good. We do have a lot of decadence here. Let's maybe build some clear water here as well, or maybe let's build some clear water. I'll probably push some people on culture down here as well. Just go ahead and improve them because, culture is a little bit stuffy for now. I do also maybe need some more people down here as well. Just on the infrastructure so we can build some extra buildings there. Yeah, decadence is kind of crazy. Luckily, this abandoned palace will change next turn, which will be nice. Rome is finally producing some stuff, which is good. Oh, we can improve our stable. This is like a tier 2, right? No, this is a tier 1, but it's got a silver border around it. So I imagine it's like legendary. So it gives us light cavalry and skirmisher cavalry, which we already have. It's a national wonder. I don't know why that's in green. I don't think it is. But it also just gives our cavalry a really good boost. I mean, to be fair, the majority of our cavalry will probably come from elsewhere. But, it'll probably come from like the Gallic tribes and stuff. Let's actually just grab this gymnasium because it's a tier 2. So it doesn't take a building slot. And that'll be pretty useful. This is kind of a good military place as well I have set up. But more money is always good. But increasing decadence is not good. We have a decent culture here as well. I might stick someone down here on culture just to help out. We have an invasion happening. What? Where? Did they invade me? I mean, either way, we'll push the army over, sure. Just to help protect this region. We will have to start moving northwards, I think, sometime soon. This army is now going to move in and we'll have a big battle. I'll probably just fight this, even though it's not going to be a massive... Like, I'm going to clearly have the advantage. We'll just fight it anyway, though, because the battles are really fun. New population up here in the north. That's good. I think both of these regions produce, or at least especially this region, produces people very quickly. Like, very, very quickly, which is nice. Craft district has been built, which is great. We can probably build something else there now. Ooh, expert stonecutter. Like, there's a ton. I mean, we already have so much infrastructure here, but this sounds like a cool building. And it also gives us culture if we have marble, which we don't have. So maybe if we did have the marble here, it would be worth, and it doesn't look like we can import it either. But we could obviously get marble at some point in the future. We could build an armorer here, which does give us a bunch of equipment, like a lot of equipment every turn. Maybe we do. I mean, this is a pretty heavy military building we have here. Or maybe we just grab us some extra culture, like a tavern. Tavern gives us loads of money. So this is one of the nice things, actually. It's actually one of the really nice things that we could do. Is that it gives us 19 gold. And it kind of costs us infrastructure. And I think it gives us extra money because we have olive oil and cattle as well here. But that's actually kind of good because obviously having that there is, we have so much infrastructure there. We can just kind of capitalize on that. A few other buildings being done, which we've already kind of looked at. We've got some other stuff there going on. We are now, oh my god, we're non-existent in the Senate now. They need to chill out. Like, I feel like we're conquering land pretty decently, but they are just having none of it or whatsoever. Oh well, I think it's because we're not conquering these provinces. Like, we need to conquer the ones that the Senate wants us to take. But they just need to give me some time, basically. I mean, we could just move up and try and take it now, but I have no idea what's over there. So, yeah, we'll send Legio 4 over there, and hopefully they'll be able to do some decent damage. They've got good movement, which is nice. And this is a pretty decent army as well. You've got some decent legionaries in there and other infantry. So similar turn again. Let's move in our main stack for the big engagement. And we can kind of see what's on the border now as well. So yeah, we're going to slaughter them. Would it be a more interesting... I think there'd actually be a more interesting engagement up here to the north. So maybe we don't fight this battle because we do just severely outnumber them, right? Similar units, like army sizes, 15 units apiece. But our army is just so superior. So maybe we don't fight this one because it would just be so easy. What do we do? We're 30 minutes into the battle. Yeah, but let's just fight this one. But it'll be too easy. Yeah, it'll be too easy. Let's just view a report. Obviously, we smashed their army quite nicely. And we'll just keep... this is maybe a little bit closer. We're getting a little bit exhausted. But we're actually holding on pretty well. I actually want to fight this now. I mean, our armies, it should be fine. This should be the last. God, we're just not breaking them. We're losing a lot of men. Holy crap, why are we losing so much men? We're getting slaughtered here. I know this is like I guess it's mountains and stuff, but still, maybe I do need to fight it. Maybe I should reload the last turn and try and fight it. Not that I think there is an autosave in this game. Oh my god, just finish them for the love of God. And I don't think we've even taken the city either. I don't think we even took the city there, because that was just the army sitting outside. Man, that was brutal. That was absolutely insane. Oh, nice. And there you go. We're now a glorious republic. We got 5 tokens. The Aetolians. Who are you? Who are you asking for that? I don't know who we're... Who was this? Oh, down here. Also, some Greeks are asking for a cooperation. We would anger Sparta, but these guys seem a lot stronger in the area. So sure, we can cooperate with you. Some significant changes in the Senate. The Populist Party seizes power. And the Senate is now ruling a new political party. Okay, so we are now a new political party. And they're fucking awful. They're absolutely awful. The bloody oh, it's because they're the plebs. The Populist Party. Well, maybe we're going to have to pass some land reforms now. No, that's really bad. So we get increase. So units will take a lot longer to come up. We'll need more penalty. I guess it's my bad. And also we lose less money. Oh my god, that's just an awful party. But we have also gone up to a glorious republic, which I don't know exactly what that does, but it does give us some bonuses, which is good. I think you can see the bonuses down here somewhere. So that's nice, at least. So yeah, I guess we'll look for a battle with these guys, maybe? I guess we'll, like, march into this region. Can we not? Oh, we're not at war with them. Okay. God damn. I kind of wish I could load that autosave, but I don't think we... Oh, we do have an autosave. Yeah, let's load that autosave and fight that battle then, because it doesn't seem like we're not actually at war with the guys in the north. They just really hate us. So let's just load up the autosave, and we'll fight that battle, because that was pretty brutal. We lost a lot of men. I guess because it was mountainous, we got punished because of that. I guess it makes sense, really. So I think this will just be at the end of our turn. So let's just end it, and yeah, we'll actually fight this battle, and I guess maybe the garrison will come out to fight as well. So let's export this battle. We'll load up the other game as well, Field of Glory 2, which is where you fight the battles. And again, I won't bother because I want to show you guys just how simple this is. I'll quickly load it up for you guys. Literally, you can see how quick it is. It is ridiculously quick to load this up. You know, you can kind of think about it as, is it up here? No, it's battles, Empire battles. It's literally like a load screen in Total War, you know. It kind of does seem a bit finicky, but you have to load through multiple, you know, you have to go from one game to another, but they've made the transition really, really quick, and it's just like a load screen in Total War, honestly. It really is. So here we go, Rome versus Vicinity, and we have to basically just rout them. It's just a normal battle, basically, on the open field, and all we have to do is break them. I can add 2 more generals to my armies, which is nice. The scale of this battle is pretty big as well. I mean, look at that. And obviously, all of these battlefields are randomly generated every single time. So I don't think you ever fight on the same battle twice, which is really nice. So where are our pre-existing generals? We have a general right here. We have a general on the right flank. I guess we can add a general over here as well. So let's do that. And then maybe add a general in the rear as well, just in case we need it. We only have 1 general? Or can we not add a general on these guys? Oh, apparently I only have 1 general I could add. Generals are really useful, though, because they give you the ability to, you know, turn your troops a lot more efficiently and go on from there. So I think that's good enough for us for our deployment. I think I might deploy a unit of cavalry on this other flank. There's a lot of forest, but the AI shouldn't really have too much strength to stop me. You see the mountains off on the side. This is a good battlefield for us because it's all on the open field. So yeah, it's all on the open field. They have a very long line. We're obviously using the very healthy Roman formation. I assume, yeah, they're just going to stand still for now. We don't have a lot of cavalry, but our infantry should just be able to cut through a decent amount of their men. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to advance forward my army. Just continue to cause kind of like... I want to get on this open field, basically, because it's all open ground. And our units do very good on the open ground. So let's just advance forward there. I'll probably push forward my skirmishers a little bit over on this other flank. And maybe the cavalry as well can go a little bit further over. But for the most part, I'm just going to continue to advance my line and look for, you know, kind of just to engage them and just smash their front line. Okay, so we have moved up across the hill into the open field, and the AI is now pushing towards it. They've kind of engaged us a little bit over on this right-hand side, but hopefully we'll be able to take care of that. It seems like they're making their center extremely weak, and kind of really pushing these flanks where I don't really have a lot of men. But that's fine. What we can do is we can just push up and we can get in their face. I really want to try and engage this kind of front line, kill their general if I can, and just start maneuvering around. We are going to have to start committing a few extra men around this flank though, which I'm going to start doing here. Maybe throw these other kind of ally a little bit over to the flank, just so we have a bit more support when they come crushing around, because they have a lot of men on this front line, and maybe we just need a couple more men over here. So let's just start turning the infantry. Moving soldiers in this game is very, very time consuming, and if you make a mistake it can really come back to hurt you. So you know, the entire turn, kind of, you're literally turning 250 men round. It takes time, you know, so we're kind of focusing these guys on the left hand side. These guys, I guess our center's just completely fine, so we can actually probably just, you know, really start to commit men elsewhere. They've engaged just on this right hand side, and we can look to kind of clash with them if we want to. And they luckily managed to get a disrupt on one of my units here, which wasn't perfect for us. I guess what we want to do is maybe start curving around there and then throw these guys in. These guys have a pretty good chance to win the combat, and they also have a pretty good chance to lose. But either way, I think I want to try and pin down their general with my general, and hopefully we can just, you know, get more infantry over here a bit faster. It was an even combat, which is fine. Let's get out some of our skirmishers up here, start causing a bit of damage. Ideally, we want to try and, you know, win this battle if we can. Obviously, the skirmishers don't really stand a chance, but they do a lot better in combat now that they are engaged. We'll throw some of our javelins in, looking to do at least some damage. And this cavalry should be able to disperse a large portion of their men there. The majority of our infantry are moving. This general can just move up one pip onto the road, which is fine. Let's start getting these guys to fire. And ideally, I just want to cause as much havoc and mayhem with my javelins as I can, because a lot of the time what happens is if infantry chases javelin men, also, oh my god, these javelins are doing so much damage to their front line, holy crap. Most of the time, what you can basically do is when something like this will probably happen, right? Oh no, it didn't happen. So normally when skirmishers get engaged, they roll a dice, and if they hit whatever they need, the infantry unit will just chase there won't be like an engagement like what we just saw there. They'll chase them and they'll just run away, and it'll get them really disorganized. So you have to kind of be very careful when it comes to moving. Now the question is, do we want to move up our front line? And I think for the most part, yeah, we do. We don't get to charge on them, which is kind of, maybe we just move into charging range. Yeah, maybe we do just move up like this and just get ready to charge. Because I mean, I really want these guys to be up here. Because, yeah, we kind of have to delay our flank just a little bit. Because now it means that they can charge me, right? So maybe what we don't want to do that. I mean, we can't not do it anymore. Then maybe I just want to get straight up in their face. Because I'm not sure if you get a bonus. If I was to move like here, I'm not sure if I get a bonus if they charge me, because there's not really a long distance, because they can't really charge me, right? Because I don't know if what actually happens there. Yeah, I didn't really want to find out either. But I think that's fine. I think we got a good setup. So let's go ahead and continue to go through this battle. Hopefully some successful stuff will happen. You know, they're going to kind of really smash that right flank. But we have men kind of situated over there. And even though they are breaking some of my crappy skirmishes, they're kind of getting a bit disorganized. Holy crap, they just got slaughtered on that front line. Did you guys... Oh god, their infantry is no match for mine on the charge. Holy crap. They lost their general. They got fragmented, which is basically like they're going to rout and they fight awfully. Oh my god, that was the worst charge in the world. They either got really unlucky or my veteran legionaries helped them. I mean, these legionaries are very good. They're very veteranized. But yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's going to be catastrophic for them in the center. We're going to slaughter them. I just need to get infantry over to this right flank as quickly as possible, I think. Okay, so now let's start doing some big damage to their army. Let's go ahead and smash this general unit who's just going to break instantly. And it also, when units break, the other units around them have to take a morale check as well. So, as you can see, we broke this unit, and then these two guys got fragmented or disrupted. So, it's kind of actually adds quite a bit of strategy to the battle on top of everything else, because you're then, like, trying to chain route factions. You know, if I was to fight this battle first, before routing this unit, and before the chance of these guys getting fragmented, you know, I would have got a lot worse, you know, chance on my damage. You know, I'm much more likely to win combat now that this unit routed and these guys got disrupted, not fragmented. Fragmented is a red one. So let's move in and just smash the center now. We're going to absolutely slaughter it, and they're going to fall back immediately, but we're going to chase them. Yeah, we should just crumble their center. Our legionaries are like a lot stronger. And the interesting thing is, as well, is you have to fight every combat you initiate in. You have to fight it on your turn and on their turn. So when the AI does his turn, they have to do this combat, which is just going to be really beneficial for me as well. So the question is, do we want to engage this? I kind of almost want to let them charge me. It worked out so well for me last time. I guess we just maybe have really good, like, charge deflect. Can I do this in turn? No, I can't. Okay. We'll just leave that there. I've moved most of my units already. Do we have any more units who can shoot? You guys can shoot them in the side. 29 damage. That's a lot. When there's only 500 men in the unit. Like, that adds up every turn. Got a cavalry engagement here with the generals fighting. Reinforcements are on the way. I guess I do want to probably do these fights because we're, like, charging them in the flank and stuff. They're holding firm. We push them back, though, which maybe wasn't the most beneficial one. But either way, let's go ahead and just engage. Battle is kind of getting a bit disrupted now. We can't engage them. Oh, because of these guys. Okay. That's kind of annoying. Maybe we can just rotate and then engage. Yeah, our infantry is just cutting them down. And I guess you guys come in just to help support the flank and maybe rotate you guys so that you can kind of maybe reach this next turn. So there's like a lot of planning involved. You know, you want to kind of think 3-4 turns ahead in these battles. Now, do we want to engage these? I kind of feel like I mean, that's a pretty good one, right? It leaves us a bit vulnerable from the flank. But hopefully you can just come in. I mean, you should block the... If I push you there, they shouldn't be able to charge in there because of these guys. They have to engage these guys to then break this. So they could do that, I guess. But I think this unit would break on the charge. And then we have a few extra units, which I think we're just going to hold here. I don't think there's any reason to really overextend until these guys are all in position. So, yeah, we'll just wait there. I don't think there's anything else. I think I want to just hold here. Because I want to see if they can charge me or if it's just like a melee engagement. We'll have to see there. But cool, let's end the turn. Hopefully we'll get some massive breaks in the center of the AI line. And we'll see what they do. I think for the most part, they're kind of a bit stuck on... Really getting stuck in on me. They have a lot of units as well, focusing up as well. So another thing as well, which is really quite fun in this game, is that you, as the units you have lose their numbers, they get much more likely to be fragmented and disrupted. So you can actually really wear down a unit with arrow fire and just constant charges. No, my general on the right flank died. That's really bad. That's going to hurt that right flank pretty heavily. I mean, we should hopefully just... Like, we're literally just opening up this center really effectively. But yeah, losing that general is going to be pretty bad for us. But I mean, we're just going to break them everywhere else. Yeah, look at that. Every single melee engagement, we just slaughter them. I mean, I guess it goes to show the strength of, like, really good legionaries against kind of very low-tier infantry. Because these guys have also, you know, have been campaigning all around Italy right now. So they're very, very high rank. Okay, let's sort this out now. So this general is dead, basically. There's not much we can really do. You guys are disrupted as well. So let's just bring you guys out of there. Let's do some of these infantry engagements really quickly. As well as throwing these javelins. Yeah, let's just throw as many javelins as we can onto this general unit. I think that sounds like a good plan. And yeah, I guess we'll continue to harass these guys on that flank. And then we want to move this infantry. Ooh, that's actually a really nice charge in there. Yeah, I think now we get stuck in. They have a lot of infantry piled up here. But these guys should be able to, like, pour around the flank. Okay, you guys are facing that. I need to break this, honestly. And we do. That's really good for us because now we can continue to push around. You guys continue to get ready on that flank. I think I want to send you guys there as well. And this general can actually probably move here. So that way we're kind of just like splitting the battlefield in two. I mean, for the most part, we might just straight up, like, break these guys. Honestly, like, we might just completely smash this center. So maybe I should have done these combats first to realize where else I put my men. That might have been actually a better plan of action, you know, kind of how I should have done it. Because we're breaking their infantry nicely. The question is, I don't really want to engage this. So yeah, you can see the evading thing right there. And it kind of puts your infantry in a kind of a tricky situation if you're not careful. And I'm kind of tempted to bring this art unit around here now. Like, I kind of feel like I don't need any more men over here. Like, maybe even this would have been better to put elsewhere. So I guess infantry-wise, we definitely at least want to move up. And I guess we just want to get impact right. We have a very good chance. 20% chance of winning the combat is pretty decent. So let's just get stuck in. Because the more combats we have, the better it will be for us. Like, the longer the melee goes on, the better it is. So let's just, yeah, we'll smash them, break them, cause some other issues. I really should have done this. I mean, I could have charged that into that. That was kind of a bit poor of me. Yeah, this unit's just going to break. Now, we have to do the combat right, so we might as well just do it ourselves. And we have some engagements here. The crazy thing is, you can also, like, pretty heavily, like, wound someone as well, though. Like, by just throwing numbers at someone, eventually they will get very close to breaking. Basically, we already broke 20%. We have to break 45% or 60%. So, for the most part, we're doing good, I think. Okay, so the AI is really trying to encircle me on this left flank, but I think we'll be good enough. Like, we've got a lot of men moving over now. We need to, like, maybe rotate this unit around. Smashing this unit would be very important, so let's maybe try and get it to turn into us. And then we can kind of just attack it from multiple sides, hopefully breaking it. Unfortunately, it held firm, but we can bring around some more infantry, which is nice. And I think for the most part, I just want to kind of just, like, open up this side. I've brought more infantry over to help out. I've kind of thrown javelins at all these flanks, but their cavalry on this right flank is really scary. Like, really scary. I'm not really too sure what to do about it. I think maybe I just sit there and try and take it as best I can, or maybe I go on the offensive. I'm not really too sure what to do here. Because maybe we win and we get a lucky disrupt, which would then nullify a lot of their pressure on this flank. But I really don't know. I honestly do not know. But let's do something like that. We want to bring these guys up. I want to just basically engage this entire battle line now. We could also double up on this one, but I don't think I'm going to. I could do this. That'd be pretty decent. So let's initiate all these charges. I think I want to engage these guys now. Even though we don't have a great chance of winning here, we did actually lose that battle and they fell back, which is unfortunate. They would win more over time. The allies are much better kind of in prolonged combat because they're, you know, kind of a spear unit. So that's very beneficial for us. We'll bring this unit up so it can help out in these battles in the future. We'll initiate all of these because ideally if we do cause a break, it would open up some space for more of this other infantry to come around. Unfortunately, we do get no victories there. What I could do though, this is quite nice. What I can do here is I can go ahead and engage these guys. And then that should allow me to then charge these guys in the flank and wreck them. Absolutely slaughter them. And maybe I should have done that before initiating these attacks again. You know, this is kind of stuff you have to think about. But because I engaged this unit, I got this one out of its area of control, which allowed me to then move in. So it was kind of a pretty nice play, if I do say so myself. And we have a few other decisions we can do. We could smash this unit. I mean, this unit is just normal, though. It's not even disrupted. But we could, like, clean this unit, which I think I want to do. I think I want to make sure that this unit dies, yeah. So that next turn, all these guys are free to then crush in with the general unit. I mean, I guess we have to do some of these battles as well. I mean, realistically, I think it's just like a matter of time until they all start to crumble. Their infantry really does not stand up. They're going to get a nice flank on me over here, though, on this left flank, which ideally I would love to have reinforced, but I don't think it's going to be the case, yeah. I just don't know what we're going to do about our right flank. I think we just have to almost give it up and just try and break the rest of the army. I think that's going to be our main goal. So they did actually have a very successful charge on that left flank, breaking this unit of Principes right here, which was really unfortunate for us. But I've managed to plug the gap with my general unit and also some more of my Triarii as well, pushing up to reinforce that. We had some pretty big moves, and I'm hoping I can just break them this turn, honestly, because what we need to rout at least 40% of their army and have a 25% difference. So we need this number to be at 40% and this to be at 25, which I think we might be able to do. If we get some big breaks on this left flank, I think we'll be actually very successful. So let's start off with this. I want to try and kill these horses because they are engaged with my horses, so we can basically just get rid of them. And I think that's going to be I mean, we actually didn't get that good of a charge on that. They hold firm. God, this slight skirmisher cavalry doing very good. You can also see my cavalry is just like absolutely ruined on this flank. We do have some other nice charges though. Something like this will be very effective. Fragmenting them, and then we can now do this charge as well, which is a better chance of succeeding. They held firm though, so shout out to them. They're going to stick around for another turn. We have this engagement that's actually kind of even. Oh yeah, we have this though, which should be plenty, right? Oh no, we didn't succeed that effectively there. Fragmented that though, which is perfect. We could just try and break it, because are we going for breaking, or are we just trying to like... I mean, this unit's going to break next turn anyway. Let's just try and get the rest of our army engaged, because... Oh wow, that's huge. We could actually cause a mass break here. I guess we try and engage this one with these guys. Oh, that was huge. They held firm though. That was a crazy amount of damage. 41 guys in one charge is huge. And I guess the rest of our charge is going to be this, right? Let's get our general stuck in on this side. I guess, yeah, no, you guys just have to move up. I guess you guys rotate, and then you guys go here. Yeah, I guess that's our best plan of action. And then next turn we'll be able to come colliding in on here. And let's just do these combats really quickly, get them out of the way. Still no big breaks though. Oh, that's kind of bad for us, honestly, because now this unit can be like completely enveloped if we're not careful, and we have no way of really supporting them. So you can really see like how the battle can just change so dramatically. What do we have left? We have this combat right here, which we can do in our general cavalry combat. Oh my god, I really don't want to have to do this. What is our best chance? 1% chance of winning this chance. So we can engage this. They held firm though, but at least we broke them off, which is good. And I think we actually have a better chance of winning now that we're not engaged, but yeah, it's not going to look good. This heavy horse just needs to... If this heavy horse can actually just tie these guys down, that'd be very good for us. And that's everything, right? Yeah, that's literally our turn. Wow. We're literally just rolling the dice in the melee combat, and it's really bad that their men are rallying as well. Really bad that their men are rallying. But what I'm thinking, like, if we can just, like, there's a lot of men here. If we can just smash this unit, then holy crap, like. So they're gonna win this, but they held firm, which is good. Flank, they actually a flank attack to me. Wow, and we got disrupted. It's like fragmented. No, that's not good. Yeah, if we can just cause like a big rout, I think we're going to win that right flank fine, besides our cavalry getting absolutely smacked. Hold firm, boys, yes! We just need to kind of, yeah, smash this flank, because they haven't got, their like infantry's all gone now. Hold firm, yes. That's actually really bad for us. I can't believe we're actually almost losing an infantry fight. I can't believe our cavalry held firm 4 times as well. It's insane. That cavalry. And that's kind of where this game can kind of get a bit crazy. It's just like, you end up in these situations where you're so reliant on one unit breaking so that you can do loads of other stuff, and it just doesn't break, and then it leaves you in such a bad situation. You know, you just need that one unit. Like, you think if they broke this unit right here this turn, next turn they would have had so much cavalry to come crashing into my flank. You know, you can rotate it, but they don't, you know. Oh, we're going to win next turn, I think. We're at 24% after that huge melee. We broke basically this entire flank, and we can just come around and crush it. So let's just, I think we just win this turn. We're going to break like so much of them then. Because we can just come in from like every side. Actually, I want to do this. No, I want to do this charge, right? Yeah, I think we just straight up like win this. Yeah, we're at 31% now. We need to get to 45% overall, and then we do just claim victory, which we should be able to do. Wow, that's a pretty gnarly charge right there. We definitely need to try and lift up some of the ongoing... this unit is like completely enveloped right now. We should be able to clean quite nicely. Oh, it's huge. So many fragments. I think we win on their turn probably. Oh, that's bad of me. Should move this unit around first. And then, can we rotate? We can't rotate. Can we rotate a little? We can rotate. So I think if you have a general in range, you can rotate 45 degrees. I believe that is the case. And I guess you guys can just move up there. You guys rallied, but I don't really want to get you guys stuck in at all. Throw some javies at these guys. Continue to harass this poor unit with our javelins. Literally, it's like literally just died to javelin fire. It's kind of crazy. We have to do this engagement, unfortunately. Luckily, we managed to hold firm. So we're getting pretty lucky with a lot of our hold firms. We just have a lot of this infantry. Like, what do we do with it? Do we just start turning it? I guess. I guess we have to, you know, prepare for the worst case scenario. I guess we just turn most of it. And then I guess now we can actually start committing some, like, extra cavalry around here. Try and relieve the pressure on our general. Like, a flanking attack's good. These guys can come over. I guess you guys maybe go there, and then everyone else just rotates. We've got 4 more legionaries coming over. The battle should be over, though, next turn when they do their turn, I think. Unless we get really lucky with these melees, which I don't think we will. That was a nice one. So, yeah, I think we just win next on their turn, right? Oh, my God. We're just going to end turn and let the AI do this, because it's, yeah, going to be bad. So we just need to get to 45% now. I don't think much else is going to rout on our part. And they've got so much infantry. Yeah, the cavalry auto breaks now. I mean, it held amazing. But imagine if that happened last turn. That cavalry would be smashing into my side right now. Smashing into all of these guys. And here we go. This is going to be the victory, I think, right here. So definitely by fighting this battle, the auto-resolve was a lot more brutal. And I think this melee will do it as long as we get some good rolls. Because again, like, we could just roll really poorly. But I think, yeah, that's going to break now. That's going to break now. And we're over 50%. And this is a huge, you know, kind of just catastrophe in their front line. More of their men charging in. Some of our men routing off the field. Because every turn, you do have a chance of winning. And there you go. They end their turn and we win. We got over 50% and 35 damage right there as well, so it's pretty good. My lord, we have claimed a glorious victory. Indeed we have. So now we can take a look at the kills. We deployed a total of 10,000 men and they deployed 14,000, so we were a bit outnumbered in that engagement. Losses wise, we lost 300 men were killed. Wow, we really lost like nothing in the end. Yeah, literally only 300 infantry were killed, or men were killed in general, 700 wounded and 70 were captured. So we only lost 11% of our force, whereas they lost a huge amount. 4,000 were captured or deserted at the end of the battle, which is kind of crazy. And now all we have to do is just proceed. Again, I'm not going to be doing any like changing right here whatsoever. I'm just going to be playing out like normal. And there you go. That's literally like how quick it is. And all you have to do is import battle result. And you'll be right back in to the battle. Like, it's literally that quick. Like, and it's just imports back to the campaign. So it's literally just like a loading screen for Total War. I wanted to make sure not to cut any of this because I feel like you know, it kind of needs to be shown. You can see we won a pretty decisive victory right there. And now they are very depleted. We should just be able to skip these battles and finish them off from here. There you go. We lost a decent portion of our army, but a lot less, I would say, this time. And then next turn, hopefully, we'll be able to just siege the city and take it. Might have been a different battle, though, if their garrison came out and aided them, honestly. Oh, yeah, this was all that. Yeah, we'll accept stuff like this. So there we go, guys. I think that's where I'm going to wrap up the episode today. I feel like we've done a pretty good job of like forming up. Actually, let's take this last region. Let's like unify these two regions because that'll be everything, right? So is there anything else we need to do? Farms being built, furnace being built, which is nice. That should really help out some infrastructure. Blacksmith here would also be good because it gives us kind of a bit of everything. City walls is also probably pretty important to pick up instead of palisades. Yeah, so let's just keep on playing for a quick moment. I want to get a blacksmith though, because that gives us access to some pretty good armor upgrades. And as I said, like Rome is going to be where I produce my legions, right? I need lots of men. So let's continue just to build. We're building a gymnasium there, which is good. Because we use the province screen to see, so we have a decent amount of infrastructure there. Hardly any infrastructure anywhere else, which is fine. Yes, that's all good. Rome is also a little bit unhappy. The unrest does go away one next turn, though, which is good. What about over here? Any infrastructure stockpile? We have some nice infrastructure here as well. Oh, irrigation system. That seems cool. It does reduce it. It does reduce our food. But I guess it will give us access to some really good buildings. So let's do it. Yeah, sure. Let's get some irrigation. That's cool. I love the building system in this game. It's really fun. Like, it's really fun. You might not have like everything you need right away, but it's still really cool. Oh, we could build a major harbor. That'd be good. And we want to start building better ships later on down the line. So, where is this? This is Apulia. So this is down here in the south. I think this would be like a major port, right? So, sure, let's pick it up. I also kind of maybe need a wheel maker or something to give me a little bit more infrastructure. Actually, I'm going to probably pick up the wheel maker first because I feel like we need infrastructure down here. We're only making +8. But is that because of this? Yeah, under pacification, which isn't good. Yeah, let's get a wheel maker anyway. It'll be good. We can always destroy it at a later time. It's nothing too crazy. Anywhere else have a lot of infrastructure we can spend? Right here. Holy crap. Oh yeah, Capua is making us a buttload. I forgot about this. A tile workshop. Seems pretty good. So we're starting to unlock some pretty good buildings right now. Yeah, sure. We've really got a lot here. Holy crap. This makes me so much money here. Sure, let's do it. Let's build that. This makes me so much money, and I have 3 people down here. Man, we kind of need to get more pop here. I might, do something like that. Can I just, like, boost you up there? I kind of feel like we need to grow a little bit more. Let's actually move like that up there. Something like that, I think. Because I still want to have this built fairly soon, but we need to get more pops here. There's like no one at Capua. So I think maybe it's actually a better idea to build like a smokehouse then. Yeah, I think it's maybe better to boost our food and pop growth. Yeah, at the cost of that. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Clean water has been built over here, which is good. Citizen status. Oh, we have a new decision. What do we want to do here? I think I'll leave that for now and take a look at that later. Yeah, so for the most part. Oh, nice. We got back into power. That's awesome. We got back into power because I guess we won some battles. The populace, we took it away from them. That's kind of cool as well. So, like, if you get a really bad... If you start losing loads of battles, the people kind of take over. And you can take a look at the map as well before we end it. So you can see that the Indians are really pouring in against the Seleucids. They are taking land after land. The Seleucids still have a ton of territory. Ptolemy is also losing a bunch of land to Nabatea. Where are Nabatea? Like down here somewhere, right? I don't know. Maybe it's them taking it. I'm not actually too sure. I feel like it's like occupied or something. I'm not even sure what these lines mean, but either way, we can see that Carthage is securing land in the south, but they're actually holding on to their Spanish territories. My allies are just chilling right now, rebuilding their army. Our economy is really good, so we could definitely build more troops if we needed to as well, which I probably would do because this army, I mean, it's desperately underpowered, but for the most part, we didn't lose many units. This definitely needs more cavalry, which would probably end up building from like here or somewhere to get more horses. We could also build so much infantry. I mean, we'd be literally flat broke. But I mean, look how many legionaries we could just build. Rome is crazy. You can definitely... You just get so much manpower and metal, which a lot of factions don't get access to. It's kind of crazy. But either way, sorry, I'm rambling now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you want to see more Field of Glory on my channel, just let me know. If these videos do well, if these videos get like 300 likes, I'll be happy to keep on doing them, showing you guys maybe different glimpses. Maybe I can bring this campaign back at like turn 40 or turn 50 and carry it on. Maybe when we're fighting Carthage or someone a bit more powerful. Because at the moment, we are mainly just fighting small tribes and weak people. You know, if we were to fight someone like Epirus, they would be throwing hundreds of stacks at us, or Macedon. You know, it'd be some pretty crazy big battles. But yeah, cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Drop a like and a comment if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.